Hello everybody, welcome to the 1998 Biathlon Olympic Relay Special. With the regular season out of the way, and using the biathletes that have managed to survive all 10 rounds of the season, we're now going to do the relay competitions. Of course, we'll have the men's relay, women's relay, mixed relay and single mixed relay, and of course we'll have the super relay as well on top of it. And the goal is very simple: score the most amount of points, 25 for first, down to 10s with 1 point. Who's going to score the most points at the end of this competition? Without further ado, let's kick things off with the men's side of the competition. And here we go, it is our first relay competition. It's the men's relay. So we've got Belarus, Finland, Germany, Italy, Norway, Russia, and of course Team World, which are the biathletes I've got from nations that don't have a team in this competition. I'll list you the 4 biathletes which will be on your screen right now, and you'll know what order they'll be going in. So which team is going to win? Will it be Team World, or will it be one of the other nations competing? Let's get to this race and find out. 7 teams making their way around this race now. Looks like it's going to be a fairly good start there for the Norwegian team. Going to take an early lead as they're making their way to the 1 kilometre mark in this race. And of course the first leg for Norway is Halvard-Hannavold. There's Team World making their way into an early lead, going to the 1 kilometre mark, which will be run by Malahunds of Latvia for the first leg. And Hannavold leads, Malahun second, Yusinov third for Belarus, Carson Heyman fourth, Wolfhard Pulver fifth, Konstantin Popov sixth for Russia, and Haitalahti at the back of the field for Finland, with the gap being only about just under 3 seconds between all 7 teams after 1 kilometre. But of course there's 4 legs, 4 biathletes, so anything can happen. So it could be a very, very fun 8 or 9 laps around this track. Malahunds leads for Latvia, Heyman second, Hannavold third, Yusinov fourth, Popov fifth, Haitalahti sixth, and Paul Huber at the back of the field now. 3.5 seconds separating first to 7th as we're edging closer towards the shooting range for the first time this race. Who have you got your money on to win this race? I think it's going to be Norway because, well, it's got Ola Bjørndalen within the team, and Ola Bjørndalen is the individual champion after a very, very solid season for himself, with a very, very tense battle between him and Megorov to win the championship. And here we go into the shooting range for the first time. Malahunds is first in, Hannavold second, Heyman third, Nilsson fourth, Popov fifth, Polliber, and then Haitalahti. Let's wait for the shooting to get underway. There we go. And they all got the shooting underway. There's a miss there for Germany, and a miss for Italy as well, and one for Norway, but Malahunds goes clear without needing any spares. Russia have gone clear, Belarus are clear, Finland are clear, with Italy, Germany and Norway all needing spares. So it's Team World leading the way with Russia second, Belarus is third, Norway fourth, Germany fifth, Finland sixth, and Italy at the back of the field in 7th. We'll drop back down to 2nd. We've got a 3-way fight there between Norway, Russia and Belarus. But interesting to see Team World off to a really good start with Malahunds leading the way. And what's the gap between him and 2nd? 4.9 seconds. Interesting that Team World are off to a very good start for the team, as the battle for second intensifies. We've got Norway pulling quite a bit over Russia, who are sitting in third. We've got Belarus, and I think that's Germany that's trying to get involved in the battle for third now. And the gap between Team World and Norway seems to have dropped down to 3.7 seconds. They're pulling away as Hannavold's pulling away from Konstantin Popov quite a bit. There's our leader, Malahunds of Latvia, right ahead, still ahead of Norway's Hannavold, as he's making his way back towards the shooting range. 3.7 seconds going into the 5.2 kilometre mark. I think the gap's going to be reducing quite a bit, because I think Hannavold is quite a faster skier than Oleg Malahunds is. But here we go into the shooting range now. What can Malahunds do here? If he gets into position, which he does now. And here comes Halvard Hannavold. Here comes the rest of the teams that are coming in now. And we got Team World missing the first shot. That opens the door for Norway to sneak into the lead to complete the first leg. And yes, Hannavold goes clear for Norway. Norway goes into the lead. And World goes clear. Russia goes clear without eating any spares. Germany goes clear. We've got Belarus, Italy, and Finland still at the shooting range. They need to use their spares. And Belarus does go clear eventually. So does Italy and Finland. So we've got Norway leading away by 4 seconds over Team World, who are currently sitting in second position. Hannavold 4:22.2 is his time. What's the gap between him and Malahun's? 4.1 seconds. We got Russia third, 6.6 second gap behind Norway. We've got Germany sitting in fourth position, 10.6 seconds down, and that's the next team that's going to be Belarus, isn't it? 20.9 seconds behind the leading team, which is Norway. So Halvard Hannavold will be will be going to the exchange. He'll be passing over to Frode Andersen. So that's going to be very, very exciting to see what Frode Andersen can do to keep the Norwegian team out in front. Team World going second. They're going to be giving control to Wolfgang Perner of Austria. So it'll be good. So it'll be good to see what Perner can do. Konstantin Popov third for Russia. Heyman fourth for Germany. Usanov fifth for Belarus. Sixth for Italy, and Finland at the back, 29.6 seconds down with Visa Haitalahti. So we're coming towards the exchange now. And here we go. And Norway about to give control to Frode Andersen. And here we go. Norway about to head over. Yes, and that is Norway's finally shifted control. Team World in second. We've got Wolfgang Perner now representing the team for the second leg. Russia third, 11.1 seconds down, quite closely, but behind them is Germany with 12.8 seconds down over Norway. As we've got the other three teams yet to go into the exchange. So there's Andersen leading the way. The gap between him and Team World is now 4.2 seconds. There's Russia coming into the 10 kilometer mark. 11.1 seconds down with Muslimov. Sven Fischer, the 1994 individual champion for Germany, 13.2 seconds down in the hunt to catch Russia for third. We've got Belarus, Italy, and Finland still yet to make the way to the 10 kilometer mark. So we've got quite a bit of ground to make up. As Germany seems to have just, I think Germany with Sven Fischer may have just got past Muslimov, or have I spoken too soon? Oh, I might have actually spoken a bit too soon there, but it's definitely an intense battle for third between the two teams. And I see that it looks like Germany have got themselves back into third. Alexander Popov for Belarus going to the 11.2 kilometer mark in fifth position. As here comes Norway with Frode Andersen making his way to the shooting range. What can Andersen do here? Can he go clear and extend his lead over Team World? Okay, here goes Andersen is in. Wolfgang Perner is in now. And the shooting gets underway. Frode Andersen 3 for 3. And Frode Andersen, perfect round for him. So he's going to probably extend his lead over Team World. Oh, and Germany have missed one, and so has Team World. And Russia has missed one as well, but Team World does go clear eventually using one spare. Germany have missed with using one of the spares. Russia have definitely snuck their way into third. I mean, Germany does go clear eventually, but that's going to cost Sven Fischer time. Belarus have missed one, but they do go clear. Italy have gone clear with Hubert Leggett without needing to use any spares. Finland need to use have missed one, so they're going to need to use at least one spare. And Elorant has missed one for Finland. Finland is struggling here, but Finland do go clear eventually. So we've got Team World having a 12.9 second gap between them and the leaders. We've got the battle still for third, well, truly heating up between Germany and Russia, but they are 22 seconds down. We've got a battle for fifth, heating up as well between Italy and Belarus, 35.5 seconds down over the leading team, which is Norway at the moment. So the field is really pretty much spread out. As Frode Anderson for Norway is coming towards the shooting range for the standing shoot. Will he be able to go clear again and extend his lead even further over Team World? We'll find out soon enough, because here he comes into the shooting range. Here we go, to the shooting range goes Anderson. What can he do from here? So here's Anderson into position, gets his gun out to start firing, and he misses the first target. That might help Team World out a bit. It won't give him the lead, but it'll close the gap at least. Norway, using the one spare, does go clear. What about Team World? The Team World have missed one, but they've missed two. They've got Germany and Russia right behind them as well, so Germany and Russia could end up passing them for second. And another miss for Team World. They risk of the penalty. Oh wow, Germany have missed two, so have Russia. So it's going to be, what is it going to be for Team World? And Team World are in the penalty loop. Germany have gone clear with one spare to go, and so have Russia, which means Germany and Russia are now going to be battling for second, with Team World in the penalty loop. They'll be going down to fourth, and we've got Belarus going into the penalty loop as well. Will it be one penalty loop or two with Popov? And it's one penalty loop for Belarus. So a bit of a disaster there for Belarus, and that's not just as bad for Finland. It looks like they're at risk of going to the penalty loop now. But look at this, Norway nearly half a minute ahead of the rest of the field. And it's going to be at least one penalty loop for Finland as Team World goes down to fourth as expected. And this will be Belarus it's Italy in fifth, so Belarus is down to sixth possession. So here is our leader, Frode Anderson for Team Norway, with Sven Fischer in second, 28.5 seconds down, but about 4.5 seconds ahead of Russia in third, with Team World not too far behind the Russians. As we've got Anderson going to be switching control to Dagbjorn Dalen, so the first of the two Bjorn Dalens in this race. So Dagbjorn Dalen did pretty well. I think if I remember rightly, he was either second or third in the rookies standings at the end of the season. So I think he'll do a good job for Norway here to maybe even extend the lead further. As Germany's coming into the exchange, Sven Fischer will be switching control to Rico Gross. As Russia and Team World are going to come in pretty shortly. Russia's going to switch control to Vladimir Drachev. Team World will have Ludwig Gredler for Austria, so two Austrians representing Team World. I'll flip down to third, since there is a bit of a gap between Germany, along with Russia and Team World. As Italy is actually not too far behind, but Italy is quite a bit back. So Dagbjorn Dalen at the 90-kilometer mark. What's the gap between him and Rico Gross? 28.5 seconds. There is Russia coming in, 34 seconds down. Team World will be 36.9 seconds down. As Dagbjorn Dalen at the 20.2 kilometer mark, going to come into the shooting range. For the first of two rounds of the shooting range. There's Finland in the distance, so he's not too far away of lapping Finland, who are really struggling in this race. Though I did imagine Finland might be towards the bottom of the board. I was expecting this. I didn't expect they'd be this far behind, but I guess they just aren't a strong team in this race as the rest of them are here. But here's Dagbjorn Dalen in for the shooting range. What can Dagbjorn Dalen do here? Is he shooting underway? Yes, he gets the shooting underway. Can he go clear? And can he extend his lead over for Norway? Perfect 5 shots there from Norway. As we have got Germany coming into the shooting range now, so it might end up just being watching out who's going to come in second, because it looks like Norway are going to be so far ahead with the rate how this is going. So Germany's in, Russia and Team Wales quite close behind each other coming in now. Okay, the shooting's underway now. And Germany, perfect for Rico Gross, he goes clear. And Russia goes clear perfectly. Italy's just coming in, and Team Wales goes clear as well. Perfect, perfect shooting there for the top 4 teams in this race. Can Italy make it 5 teams with a perfect shot at shooting range? Yes, he does actually. As Belarus have just come into the shooting range with Alexei Adarov, who've got a lot of work to do if they want to try and keep up. And Adarov missed the first 2 shots. So it's going from bad to worse for Belarus, it looks like. 29.1 second gap between Germany and Norway. Russia third, 34.5 seconds down. Team Wales are fourth, 38.1 seconds down. Looking at the board and those in the shooting range, Belarus managing to avoid the penalty loop, but it took them to the last shot to be able to do that. As Finland are in the shooting range, can they go clear, close in on Belarus? Yes, they can. As here comes Norway coming into the shooting range, as Finland are about to leave that with Pavel Purinen. As Norway comes in, can he go clear? So giving Norway a huge advantage going into the final leg of the men's relay. The shooting's underway. And Jabberdan's missed 1 target, but it's okay. It's not too bad for Norway. And Norway does indeed go clear. Here comes Germany into the shooting range. Russia and World are about to come in as well. Rico Gross is in. There's Vladimir Drachev and there's Ludwig Gredler coming in. What can they do here? Rico Gross getting the firing underway, and 1 miss there for 2 misses for Germany. That's going to help Russia and Team World close in possibly. And a miss there for Team World. And it's going to go. It's going to be. There it goes. With 1 spare to spare, Germany and Russia leave on Team World with Ludwig Gredler struggling a wee bit. Okay, 1 spare round to spare, goes clear. Oh, Italy having a disaster. 4 misses for Italy. That's Italy going to be in the penalty loop, guaranteed. But how many penalty loops is it going to be? That will help Belarus and Finland close in on them. It's going to be 1 penalty loop for Italy. Okay, Germany and Russia 33.5 and 35 seconds behind respectively of Norway. There's Team World in 4th position. What's the gap between him and the leaders? 45.4 seconds. As Norway's about to make their way to the final exchange for this race. Going to probably end up lapping Finland and Belarus, but Belarus is going to go clear. Purinen is still in the shooting range. And Purinen does go clear, but it's definitely going to be, they're definitely going to be lapped by Norway pretty soon. So OI Bjorn Dillon getting ready to set off for Norway. And Norway heading off now for the Norway on its charge to get a good advantage to ensure that they're going to be the ones that win this race. There's Germany and Russia still vying for second. They're coming into the exchange now. The advantage is still Germany to come in second, though it's still pretty close between them and Russia. Team World not far away from coming in for the exchange. And there they go for Russia and Germany respectively. If we check back on the leader, coming to the 29.2 kilometer mark. And there's Bjorn down right behind the Finnish team. They need to go to the exchange. And that's them now about to be lapped, and they've been lapped by Norway. Of course, in real life, Finland will be out, but in this game, Finland will be able to complete this race. As Norway are edging closer to the shooting range, they are over half a minute ahead of second place, which is Germany at the moment. Actually, 34.3 seconds respectively. As Germany's got Frank Luck and Russia with Viktor Megarov. Megarov, who was a tough competitor against Ola Bjordan to win individually, but a bad round in the last round pretty much sealed his fate. But here comes Ola Bjorndalen. What can he do here as Finland unlaps themselves? Well, he go clear. No, he'll miss one target. That's two misses for Norway. That is definitely going to help Germany and Russia eat up his advantage. But Norway does go clear. They avoid the penalty loop, which is the important thing. As here comes Germany and Russia with Frank Luck and Viktor Megarov. What can they do here? As they get the shooting underway, there we go. Frank Luck misses one. And there's Team World with Raphael Pori, the rookie champion for France. Oh, three misses for Germany. This is a bad situation for them. They could go in the penalty loop. Oh, Germany are going in the penalty loop. This opens the door for Team World with Raphael Pori to go into third. It's going to be one penalty loop for Germany, as Team World does go clear with two spare rounds remaining. So Russia goes into second. 31.5 seconds is the gap between them and Norway at the 32.2 kilometer mark for Ola Bjorndalen. 20 minutes 45.5. They go to the 31 kilometer mark respectively. Russia 31.9 seconds down. So Norway's leading, Russia second, Team World are in third, with Germany slipping down to fourth. Italy are still in fifth, it looks like. Sixth position is going to be Belarus at the moment. We've got Finland coming to the shooting range. They're still last in seventh, as two misses for Belarus. They've got two spare rounds to go. So Vil Räikkönen could get to sixth position, get ahead, and have Belarus go to last. So essentially, Belarus and Finland are going to be battling for second to last position, which is six. As Ola Bjorndalen comes into the shooting range, just needs to go clear. Well, just needs to avoid the penalty loop, and he's pretty much got the win for Norway bagged. Two misses there, so you need to at least use two spares. And there comes Russia about to come into the shooting range. And it won't matter because Norway have gone clear and they're pretty much guaranteed the victory. So this is really, so Viktor Megarov is really just hoping to get second place. And here he is about to start his round at the shooting range. And to get the shooting underway. Raphael Pori coming in for France, well not for France, for Team World, and that is Russia pretty much guaranteed second. But so it's going to be a battle for the final podium spot between Germany and World, with Frank Luck and Raphael Pori. And that's Team World goes clear, so he's in a good chance to get third for Team World. And one miss there for Germany, which means Germany will have to sell for fourth, as Italy's about to come into the shooting range. As Ola Bjorndalen at the 34 kilometer mark, 22:30.6. Germany does go clear, but it will be fourth place for Germany, as Italy's in the shooting range. Needs to go clear to guarantee themselves fifth place. 22 minutes 56.9 seconds for Norway at the 35.2 kilometer mark, as Italy need to use one of the two remaining spares to go clear and ensure they're going to beat Belarus and Finland. As here comes Ola Bjorndalen for Team Norway to take a very dominant victory for the first relay competition of this bonus episode. And that is Norway taking the win with a time of 23 minutes and 32 seconds. As here comes Russia with Viktor Makarov to come in the second position, take a very well-deserved second place after a very intense battle with Team World and Team Germany for a good while. They've managed to come out on top to take second. And speaking of Team World, here they are about to finish the line. Russia was 22.4 seconds behind Norway. After a bit of a very squeaky bum performance there at the end for Olympic Biathlon. Team World coming in third, 34.8 seconds down. Now we're just going to wait for the 4 remaining teams to make their way across the finish line. And here we go, that's all 7 teams have completed this race. Norway taking the win by 22.4 seconds, with Team World having, despite one penalty loop, does manage to come in third position, with Germany also with one penalty loop, comes in fourth with 46.1 second gap between them and Norway. LA, one penalty loop was incurred, coming in home in fifth. Belarus finishing in sixth position, 1 minute 38 seconds down with one penalty loop, and Finland with one penalty loop finishes the race just over 2 minutes behind Norway. So with that race out of the way, let's move over to the women's relay event. And here we go, it is the women's relay now. We've got only 6 teams in this. We have the Czech Republic, France, Norway, Russia, Ukraine, and Team World. And on your screen are those representing Team World. And you know the order they'll be going in. So, which of these 6 teams are going to win the race? Will Norway win this race like they did in the men's relay? Without further ado, let's get into this race and we will find out as we get this race underway now. And I think that's a pretty good start there for the French side. In the first leg for France, they have got Emmanuel Claret to represent them. Ukraine, after a decent start as well, they've got Vatalina Serbnacina to represent the Ukraine for this first leg. And the Czech Republic have got Irina Pelkova to represent them in the first leg. As we come to the first kilometre, Emmanuel Claret, Serbnacina, Romasko for Russia, Pelkova, Petra Bell for Team World, and Andresen for Norway. And Norway at the back at the moment, 1.6 seconds separating the 6 teams. So nothing really in it so far, but it's only the first kilometre. We've got, I think, 24 still to go. 2.2 kilometre mark, and at that point Czech Republic have taken the lead, but it's short-lived because here comes Ukraine and France to take the top 2 spots. The gap, 1.5 seconds between the 6 teams. Well, how long will it be till it all starts opening up? Probably at the end of the second shoot, I would say. There is France with Emmanuel Claret leading the way. Serbnacina second for Ukraine. I think that is Team... No, that's not Team World. I think that is Norway up into third now, getting ahead of the Czech Republic. As here they go into the shooting range for the first time this race. Who's going to come out ahead? And who will lose touch of the front runners? I hope none of them, but we'll see what happens here. Okay, shoot's underway. Miss from Norway, Ukraine, and Russia. Well, Ukraine missed twice. Norway's missed twice. We've got France have gone clear with no spares needed, and so is the Czech Republic. Team World have gone clear with 1 spare needed. Russia gone clear with 1 spare needed. And it's going to be a penalty loop already for Ukraine. This is not a good start for them. And it's 2 penalty loops for Ukraine. Oh no! So Ukraine are already going to be losing touch with the leaders. Norway have gone clear. They need 2 spare rounds. So that's not good for Ukraine. That they have 2 penalty loops after the first shoot, while everyone else has gone clear. Though 3 of them need to use at least 1 spare. So it's France leading, the Czech Republic are second, World are third, Russia is fourth, Norway. I'm surprised Norway's down in fifth, and Ukraine is pretty much firmly at the back at the moment as we come to the 5.2 kilometre mark. There's Team World right behind the Czech Republic, so Petra Bell will be eager to get past her for second place for Team World. As we've got Emmanuel Clark leading the way still. 3.8 seconds is the gap between France and the Czech Republic at the moment. 1 second separating the Czech Republic and the world at the moment. Oh man, look at the map. We see Ukraine quite far behind. I'm still surprised. I can't believe Norway not having the fastest start, so I would imagine they would be fighting the front, but no, they're kind of struggling down in 5th. Ukraine 32.7 seconds down already. As here comes France into the shooting range for the second time this race. For Emmanuel Clark's standing shoot, what can she do here? Okay, Emmanuel Clark's in possession. There's Team World and the Czech Republic and also Russia. So what she can do here, and a miss there for France. That opens the door for Team World and the Czech Republic to get in on this. So at least one spare would be needed for France. Oh, one miss there from. Oh, okay, another miss for France, and a miss for 2 misses for the Czech Republic, and then 1 for Team World. Team World have gone clear, and they're going to go into the lead. And Norway go clear. They didn't need to use any spares. Russia eventually goes clear. They had to use 1 spare. Oh, it's going to be a penalty loop. Oh, it's a penalty loop for France. France and the Czech Republic are in the penalty loop. So 1 for France, 2 for the Czech Republic. Oh, that's a disaster there for those two teams. And it's 2 misses there for Ukraine. Are Ukraine going back in the penalty loop? Okay, so that is shaked everything up here. Ukraine are in trouble of going in the back of the penalty loop. World leads. Norway go up to 2nd. We've got Russia 3rd. Okay, Ukraine did go clear. Russia in 3rd, 4th place. That is going to be France. So that is. Oh, that's got to be heartbreak for France. They were leading going into the second shoot, but they ended up with a penalty loop, and that's put them back down to 4th. Okay. So Team World leads, and that's Norway 2nd, Russia 3rd. What's the gap? 5.3 seconds between Norway and World. So not too much in it. Ramasco for Russia are 1.3 seconds behind. I mean, France are not out of it. They are 14.3 seconds down. They can catch up, but it's just not been not the greatest starts for France, especially when they had a good advantage. Well, not a big advantage, but a good one going to the second shoot. But we're coming up to the first exchange already. So Petra Bell will be going to switch with Andrej Kobler of Slovenia for Team World. Andresen will be switching for Livgert Pori of Norway. Russia are going to switch for Olga Melnik. So now you know. So there goes Andrej Kobler. Livgert Pori is making her way off now, and so is Melnik. 6.7 seconds between Norway and World. France, they've got in Ambriand for the second leg. So what is the advantage for World over Norway? It was 6.7 the exchange. It's now 6.3 at the 10-kilometer mark. So already Livgert Pori having the hammer down, and so is Olga Melnik for that matter. Ambriand for France is dropping back a little bit, as the other two teams that are Ukraine and what's the other team? Ukraine and the Czech Republic down in 5th and 6th places. And by the way, Team World have extended the lead over Norway. It's up to 7.2 seconds now. Who are just under 3 seconds ahead of 3rd place, which is Olga Melnik for Russia. As we're going to have Andrej Kobler about to come in for Team World. What can she do here? And here comes Kobler with Livgert Pori and Melnik hot on her heels, with Ambriand chasing them as well. Tension is mounting. Kobler gets the shooting underway. Livgert Pori and Melnik in possession. And one miss there for World and for Norway. Oh, 2 misses for Norway. So no. Oh, 3 misses for Norway. This is not good news. Okay, Team World go clear. 2 misses there for Russia. 1 miss for France. I've had 2 misses for France actually. And Russia go clear. And so does Norway. They took them all 3 spares. Oh, and it's a penalty loop for France. Oh man, France are having an absolute mare in this relay. So 1 penalty loop for Ambriand. Okay, so France are really losing touch with the front runners. The Czech Republic go clear without needing to use any spares. They've got Sesnikova for this leg. Vodopadova for Ukraine has missed has missed 2. So France are either down in, they're either still in 4th or they've dropped to 5th. I'm not really sure. But look at this, 2-second gap between Russia and Norway, but they're over 16 seconds behind the leaders of Team World. Ukraine have gone clear, though they're quite far back from the rest of the fields after a disastrous start. So Ukraine have got all to do. They're just going to have to hope that the other teams make mistakes. That's going to help them catch up. But here is Kobler for Slovenia. She's about to come back to the shooting range for the standing shoot. Now, what can she ensure that Team World are going to be having a comfortable margin before going into the third lap? Sorry. Okay, here comes Team World. Russia and Norway are going to be coming in quite soon, though they are quite a bit away. So here's Andrew Kobler's in. Okay, you can see Russia and Norway on the screen now. They're about to come into the shooting range. And Team World gets the shooting underway. And Team World ace it. They are guaranteed to lead going into the into the second exchange. What can Russia do here? Well, Russia and Norway have missed a target each. That's going to cost them time. That's not going to help them close in on World. Okay, they've each only got 1 target with 3 spares. Okay, Russia have gone clear. Oh, Norway haven't. Okay, Norway've done now. That's put them quite a bit behind Russia. As we've got France and we've got the Czech Republic in. And Brienne's really struggling. Oh wow, this is not looking good for the Czech Republic. They are having an absolute disastrous standing shoot here. France go clear with 1 spare needed. Oh man, this is so the field is spreading out a lot. The 60-kilometer mark. What's the gap between World and Russia? 22.7 seconds. The Czech Republic gone clear. They need all 3 spares to do that though. Livgren Pori for Norway. She is 28.4 seconds down over the leading team, which is Team World. And Ukraine have gone clear without needing to use any spares. That'll help them catch up to the Czech Republic, but they are still last in 6th position. There's Andrew Kobler. She's getting ready to go to the exchange. She'll be switching control to Martina Zellner for Germany. She's going to be representing Team World for the 3rd leg. Russia are going to come in with Galina Kukleva, and Norway are going to have Annette Sikfeland representing them for the 3rd leg of this race. So there is Martina Zellner, and she gets underway, dropping out down to Russia. 23 seconds now behind Team World. What's the gap going to be in the exchange? That is Melnick going to give control to Kukleva. And there goes Kukleva, 23.6 seconds to make up. Sikfeland goes away for Norway as Livgren Pori gives control to her. So coming down, let's see what the gap is going to be at the 19-kilometer mark. Martina Zellner 12 minutes 34, and Kukleva 23.3, and Sikfeland 27.1 seconds. France have got Florence Bavarois. That's probably going to help. Who's going to be really needed to help out the French team catch up to the top three, because Bavarois has been phenomenal this season individually, as well as the last person in their team, which is Corinne Newgret, the runner-up of the season. But Team World leading the way will have the rookie and the rookie champion and the individual champion Magdalena Forsberg for the final leg, as Martina Zellner, the runner-up for the rookies championship, is representing them in this leg. Okay, so here comes Martina Zellner into the shooting range. What can she do here? The pressure is well and truly on. Okay, Zellner gets the shooting underway. One miss there for Team World. Oh, actually, it's two misses for Team World. That's not ideal. Here comes Russia with Kukleva. Oh, another miss for Zellner. This is not good news for Team World. Kukleva's in. Here comes Sigfriland. Okay, Zellner using with her last spear does go clear. That's good. That's definitely going to be cost her time. Russia with Kukleva and Sigfriland missed at least one target. Oh, two misses for Sigfriland. Kukleva, two spears, one target to go. And Russia do go clear with one spear to go. What about Norway? Norway does indeed. There's Florence Bavarois for France. Her chance to try and help out the team. Oh, missed the last target. But she does go clear for France, though, as here comes as the Czech Republic makes her way into the shooting range. 14 minutes 51 seconds for Martina Zellner at the 22-kilometer mark. Here comes Kukleva, 19.3 seconds. So the gap has reduced slightly, but they're still quite away from the leader, which is Team World. Sigfriland 26.4 seconds down. There comes France with Florence Bavarois. Definitely going to help out the team as needed. 37.6 seconds is the gap, which is not ideal. There's not really much Florence Bavarois could do to try and reduce that gap. 19 seconds to the 23.2 kilometer mark, separating the two teams. As Martina Zellner is about to make her way into the shooting range once again. See if she can. Let's see if she doesn't crack under the pressure this time round like she did the first time. As here comes Martina Zellner coming into the shooting range now. Let's see what she can do. So here comes Martina Zellner. Pressure is well and truly on for her. Oh, and another miss there for Team World. Oh, it's another two actually. Let's Kukleva's come in. And here comes Norway as well. Team World. Okay, Team World does go clear, so Zellner will keep the lead for the team. Russia have missed two targets. Oh, it's actually three misses for Russia, so Russia could be in trouble. They could be into the penalty loop, especially when they've got France to worry about. As Florence Bavarois seems to have helped France get back to the fight for at least the top three spots. And there goes Norway, goes clear. What about Russia? Russia does go clear, but took her to the last spare to pull it off. Florence Bavarois missed two more targets, which is not great for France. But France does go clear in the end. As here comes Norway with Sigfriland. What is the gap between her and Zellner at the 25 kilometer mark? It is going to be 17.6 seconds. And what about Russia? Russia have lost quite a bit of time, as well as losing second place to Norway. With one leg left to go, it's going to the control for Zellner is going over to Magdalena Forsberg. For Norway, it's going to go over to Anne-Ellen Shelbred. For Russia, it's going to Albina Akatova. So three really strong biathletes for the final legs for their team. And of course France with Corinne Newgret, the season's individual runner-up. So Corinne Newgret can still do something for France, though I imagine, but the gap between her and Team World is going to be it's surely going to be too great for her to really pull a miracle off. But you never know. Miracles can and will do happen in the Biathlon Olympics. As here comes Magdalena Forsberg, ready to set off for Team World, and that's her underway. And here comes Norway to give control to Ellen Shelbred, as Russia behind about give control to Akatova. 17.8 seconds is the gap going into the third exchange, but Magdalena Forsberg has been consistently the fastest skier. But can her accuracy also help her out in this race, not just her ski speed, to ensure Team World are going to take victory here for the women's relay event. 20 kilometers, 18.1 is the gap now, so Magdalena Forsberg's infamous ski speed, not infinite, is definitely coming into play already. That's not too far away of lapping the Czech Republic and Ukraine. They've really struggled in this race. I think it's fair to say 5th and 6th were always going to be on the cards for Czech Republic and Ukraine. It would have probably taken a miracle if they came 4th or above. As they're just coming to the exchange, the Czech Republic are going to bring in Eva Hakova. Ukraine are bringing in Olena Zerberlova. As here comes Team World with Magdalena Forsberg coming into the shooting range now. What can she do here? Okay, Forsberg in the shooting range now. And she misses the first target. Not a great start for Team World, but she has missed a few and over the season. Oh, 2 misses for Forsberg. Okay, I think the nerves are getting to her a little bit. Shelbred's coming in now. But Forsberg pulls it together. She manages to go clear. She has 1 spare to go. Anna Shelbred's missed a target. I've had 2 misses for Shelbred. That opens the door for Akatova to get to second. This Corinne Newgrat's going to come in. Can she use this to her advantage to catch up to both of them? Russia have gone clear. That's going to help them. They're going to go into second. Shelbred's got a bit of catching up to do if she wants to get second place for Norway. And look at that, France go clear without needing to use a single spare. A good start there for France and Corinne Newgrat's last-ditch effort to get into the top 3 positions. As here is Albina Akatova at the 31-kilometer mark. What is her time going to be? She's going to be 18.2 seconds behind the Swedes of Magdalena Forsberg for Team World. Shelbred third, 21.9 seconds down. There is Corinne Newgrat. She's closed in on Russia and Norway, definitely for sure. But can she go clear again without needing another spare to ensure she has got giving France a fighting chance for a top 3 spot? As Team World with Magdalena Forsberg getting ready to go into the shooting range for the 8th and final time this race. It's going to be a very, very exciting to see how Forsberg does here. Can she go clear without needing to use a single spare and ensure Team World are going to win this race? Okay, here comes Magdalena Forsberg's in. And she's waiting to get underway. And she's missed the first target. Here comes Russia and Norway, but they're not going to be able to pull a light candle unless Forsberg misses with all 3 spares, which didn't happen. And that is pretty much going to be a win for Team World. So this is going to be a fight for second between Russia and Norway, with France having an outside chance at it. Akatova's missed a target. This opens the door for Norway for second. She's missed 2 targets. What's Russia going to do here? Russia are going to go clear with 2 minutes to spare. France misses the last target. And France and Norway go clear. It's the battle for third place between Norway and France, as Russia are not going to be too far behind to catch Russia for second. Team World well out in front with Magdalena Forsberg. A very, very dominant race there for Team World in general. Koppler, Bell, Zellner and Forsberg all having a very, very deep, excellent showing for their team. If only they had teammates from their nations able to compete, it would be a very, very exciting showdown between those four biathletes, because their performances were absolutely next to faultless. It's been a very, very excellent race for Team World. Here they come round the final corner. Oh, pressed the wrong button. And here comes Magdalena Forsberg. After such an amazing showing from Magdalena Forsberg with her skis pace, pretty decent accuracy. There goes Magdalena Forsberg across the line and takes the win for Team World. Now we're going to wait for the others to make their way across the finish line. Russia going to come in second, as we're going to wait to see who will come in third. Is it going to be France? Is it going to be Norway? It's going to be very, very close, that's all I can tell. Here comes Russia to come across the finish line in second position. France and Norway are really close to each other. I think France is it France? Is it Norway that's going to take third? It's going to be Norway that takes third, just about, as we wait for the Czech Republic and Ukraine to make their way across the finish line. And there you go, that's everybody across the finish line. So Team World takes the win, no penalty loops for the entire race. Russia second, also with no penalty loops required. Norway takes third, no penalty loops. France having 2 penalty loops, just missing out on a podium spot in third. They could have easily got second, but those 2 penalty loops have cost them dearly. Ukraine managing to finish in 5th with 2 penalty loops, and the Czech Republic also with 2 the penalty loops finishes in 6th place. So after that very, very exciting race, let's move over to the mixed relay event. And here we go, we move swiftly over to the mixed relay competition. And as you see, we've got 10 teams. We've got Belarus, the Czech Republic, Finland, France, Germany, Norway, Poland, Russia and Slovenia. And of course we've got Team World as usual, as you'll see on your screen, who are representing Team World. And without further ado, let's get into this race here at Anarchy and see who's going to win this race. Which team is going to win? As we get this race underway, and it's a good start there for I believe that is France, taking an early lead in this race. As they're making their way to the 1 kilometer mark, it's France well in front. I think the Czech Republic, is it second? Is it Russia second? It's the Czech Republic second. So we've got Bavril, Holkova, Kukleva, Shibiyu for China, Shibiyu for China for the Team World, Ryzakova for Belarus, Petra Bell for Germany, Holanti for Finland, Brankovic for Slovenia, 6th and 9th for Norway, and Suska for Poland, as the 1 kilometer mark is just under 2 seconds separating them. As it comes to the 2.2 kilometer mark, it's France out in front with Russia in second, Czech Republic in third. Team World still hanging there in 4th position, as here they come into the shooting range for the first time this race. So who's going to go clear here? Who's going to take an early lead? Who knows? First position, that is going to be France for sure, because they're leading the way, with Russia second, Norway third position. And so we see how this will go. Who's going to go 5 for 5 here without needing any spares? A miss for Norway, miss for Slovenia, and a miss for Belarus. We got Russia, France, and Germany all going clear without needing to use any spares. Okay, we got a bit of disaster there for the Czech Republic, and for Norway it looks like. If they were going to go the penalty loop. Okay, Team World are in trouble, they might be going the penalty loop. And no, the Team World go clear, but it's going to be the Czech Republic going into the penalty loop. That's not going to start with Holubakova. As here we go, coming to the 4 kilometer mark as they're making their way up to the top of the hill. It's France and Russia battling for the lead, with that'll be Germany in third with Petra Bell, 3 seconds separating her and the top 2 biathletes in this race. And who's in fourth? Is it Norway in fourth? I'm not sure. Okay, so it's Belarus in fourth. 11.7 seconds down with Ryzakova. Then it's Slovenia fifth. Norway down sixth with Sigfland. Surprised that Norway are this low down. You expect Norway to be towards the front, but not to be in this race so far. But it's still the first leg, so we've still got a long way to go. Kukleva 1.4 seconds down, behind, so the gap is increasing between her and Florence Bavro, with Petra Bell in third. As here they come back into the shooting range for the second time this race. Now, what can Bavro do here? And the shooting gets underway for Florence Bavro. Two misses there, well, three misses for Russia. That's a disaster for Kukleva. But Florence Bavro goes clear with one spare used. Oh, but Russia are going to be going to penalty lead. They're going to be 2 penalty leads or 3. 2 penalty leads for Russia. Norway went clear without needing to use any spares. Same with Wald and Poland, but 2 penalty leads for Russia. That's a disaster right there. As it could be a penalty lead for Finland with Hollanti. Nope, they've gone clear. So there is your leader, which is Florence Bavro. She's quite a bit ahead over second place, which is currently Germany at the moment. And what's the gap between Germany and France? 10.7 seconds. Norway find themselves into third position. We've got a battle for fourth here between Wald and Poland, with Shimayu and Agata Suska. And so we'll focus back down towards second position, because I think Norway might be closing in on Germany for second. Let's say we're going to drop back to the front, because we've got Florence Bavro coming towards the first of 3 exchanges. So taking her place, that'll be Karin Nielgret. Will be taking Bavro's place. And so just got to wait for the exchange to be completed. And oh, there she is. Okay, I was wondering where was Karin Nielgret. Okay, a bit further down the track, further than I thought. And what's the gap between France and Germany going into this exchange? 12 seconds. Norway only 2 seconds behind Germany as it stands. But going to the 10-kilometer mark, this is Karin Nielgret making her way up to the top of the hill. And what's her time going to be? 5:18.8. So very fast. So France are absolutely dominating this race so far. But here comes Germany and Norway making their way up towards the top of the hill, and the gap 11.6 seconds with Martina Selna, and Shelbred for Norway 13.4 seconds. So actually Shelbred slightly closed the gap between her and Germany. Team Wall still hanging out there in 4th position. So Selna, with Zabarlova of Ukraine representing Team Wall for this leg, with Stera Kutz in 5th for Poland. So Poland doing really well in this race so far. But here comes Karin Nielgret to make her way into the shooting range for the first time in this race. Well, first time for her in this race. Now, what can she do? Can she go clear and increase her lead over the rest of the competition? Okay, Karin Nielgret getting into position, and here come the rest of the biathletes. And she misses the first target. This is going to help Germany and Norway maybe close in on France. And France, are they just going to use the one spare to go clear? Yes, they do. But Germany are going to go clear without needing to use a spare, and so has Norway. So that's going to help them out, catch up towards France. Meanwhile, Team Wald have missed 2 targets, so they're going to need to use at least 2 spares. Same story with Russia. Meanwhile, Poland have gone clear with Stera Kutz, so that's going to help out. That's going to help Poland out quite a bit, and so have Slovenia. They're going clear without needing to use spares. Meanwhile, Czech Republic are going to be going back in the penalty loop with Eva Hakova. They've missed at least 4. Is it going to be 2 penalty loops or is it going to be 1? As Finland have gone clear with 1 spare needed. It's going to okay, so it's going to be 1 penalty loop for the Czech Republic. So that's not going to help them out at all in this race. And it looks like France have have had their gap reduced to Germany by about 5 seconds. But the top 3 biathletes are quite a way ahead of the rest of the field. Meanwhile, Norway are still within striking distance of Germany. 2.3 seconds is the gap between them. As here they come back into the shooting range. What can Corinne Nygren do here? Can she go clear once again and keep France's lead over Germany and Norway? Okay, so Corinne Nygren getting ready to get the firing underway. Yes, she's on it now. And a miss there from France. So that's going to slow her down. Oh, but a miss there for Germany. What can Norway do about it? Go clear without needing any spares. So Norway are going to see themselves going into second ahead of Germany. What's the gap between France and Norway? 3.1 seconds. Looking back at the shooting range, we've got Team World have missed 1 and 1 miss from Poland. Meanwhile, Slovenia have gone clear without need to use any spares. So Slovenia are having a really good race. Russia are struggling. They've got Akatova missing 2 targets. So this is not a good situation. Not great for Finland or Belarus either. Finland in trouble of going into the penalty loop, it looks like. But not to the case for Belarus with 1 spare to 1 spare to spare. But Finland do go clear eventually. But managing to avoid the penalty loop. Well, the Czech Republic are really struggling here with Eva Hakova at the back of the field, but she has been able to get the last target down with only 1 spare to go. As Corinne Nygren is getting ready for the exchange, so she's going to switch control to Thierry Dussert. Thierry Dussert finished the individual championship overall in 50th position. So what can Thierry Dussert do? Meanwhile, Norway are going to have Dagbjorn Dahlen. Germany are going to have Rico Gross. So I think, based on the individual championship, France have got a huge disadvantage going into this leg of the race. But we'll see what Thierry Dussert can do. Well, for the team, because after Thierry Dussert they will have Raphael Pori. So Raphael Pori will be going to represent France and not Team World like he had to in the team, well, in the men's relay where he had to represent Team World. Thierry Dussert 10:22.6. The gap between him and Dagbjorn Dahlen is 1.9 seconds. Rico Gross 3.8 seconds. So the gap has massively reduced already between Dussert and Dagbjorn Dahlen. So Team France have definitely got all to do with in this leg of the race, because here comes Dagbjorn Dahlen already showing his ski pace in comparison to Dussert, and Norway about to take the lead of this race. In fact, yeah, Dagbjorn Dahlen has just gone taking the lead, with Rico Gross still right behind Dussert as they make their way to the downhill section and into the shooting range for the first time for this leg of the race. So it's going to be a massive 3-way fight for the lead between Norway, Germany, and France. But who's going to come out on top in this shoot? I think it's going to be Norway. I think Dagbjorn Dahlen is the favourite of the 3 to go to get out first. Miss there for Germany. What about Norway? Norway've gone clear without needing to use any spares. France need to go clear without needing to use any spares either, but Germany have gone clear with only 1 spare used as Slovenia and Poland go into the shooting range. So France are in second. They're 4.5 seconds down on Norway. Germany 6.1 seconds down. We can see in the shooting range we've got Team World have come in along with Russia. Russia have got Vladimir Drachev, so Drachev should be able to help out Russia from their early woes at this early stage of the race. Team Poland have gone clear, so is Slovenia and Team World. Russia gone clear with only one spear needed. It's Alexei Adarov, who did well for Belarus in the men's relay, while missing 2 targets, or at risk of Belarus going back to the penalty loop, as Purinen of Finland go clear without needing to use any spears. As at the back of the field, it's the Czech Republic. They've got Ivan Mazurek for this leg. And I think Norway about to come in might end up lapping the Czech Republic pretty soon. But the Czech Republic do go clear with 1 spear needed, as here comes Björn Dahlen and Rico Gross. France have dropped quite a bit back. Thierry Dessert just not having the ski pace in comparison to Björn Dahlen and Gross. But here they come into the shooting range. What can they do here? Okay, shooting's getting underway now. And Björn Dahlen's missed a target, so has Germany with Rico Gross. 2 misses for Germany, 1 miss for France. But Björn Dahlen goes clear with only 1 spear needed. And meanwhile, France have missed 2 targets. What can Germany do here? They've managed to go clear with 1 spear to go. But what about France? Can they go with 1 spear to go as well? Yes, they can, but they're dropping way off the pace of France and Germany. Norway and Germany, I should say. Sorry. As they come to the 25-kilometer mark, there is Björn Dahlen, and what's his time going to be? 13:57.7. I think he's going to be well over 10 seconds ahead of second place. Further back, Poland's gone clear, Slovenia gone clear. Oh man, Drac is having a disaster in the shooting range for Russia. 10.6 seconds is the gap between Germany and Norway as they're making their way to the final leg of this race. In fact, the top 4 are really well spread out in comparison to the rest of the competition. As Björn Dahlen making his way towards the exchange for the final time of this race, which is going to be giving control to Anya Björn Dahlen. Germany are going to have Frank Luck, who was the runner-up in the Rookies Championship, and France are going to have Raphael Pori, who was the champion in the Rookies Championship. And I think Norway are about to put the Czech Republic a lap down, because that is Ivan Mazurek right in front of him. As Ole Björn Dahlen gets underway, as Frank Luck is about to get underway as well. Norway 14:55.8 is the time, 10.5 seconds over Germany. So actually Germany cut the gap by 1/10 of a second. As I make my way to the uphill section, as Norway are about to lap the Czech Republic. It's about to do that just now. As we see this, Frank Luck getting underway for Germany. The gap is 10.3 seconds, so he's cut the gap a little bit, but it's not. But at this rate, it's going to be nowhere near enough for Germany to catch Norway. What about France? What's the gap between France and the rest of the field? 26.3 seconds. So this is going to be a really difficult ask for Raphael Pori to catch up to Germany and Norway, but he'll absolutely give it his best shot. As Ole Björn Dahlen is about to make his way to the shooting range, Frank Luck has cut the gap even further. So Frank Luck is actually faster than the individual champion here in this leg of the race. So the Czech Republic unlaps themselves because they're off to the exchange. The Czech Republic are going to have Peter Gerabek for the final leg. And missing the first target for Norway. And can he get through with only 1 spear needed? Yes, he can. So he is going to hold it to the lead. And Germany have missed a target. France have just come in. So France can try and reduce the gap between them and Germany. And it looks like 4th place, which I think is that Poland. It's Slovenia. Poland is in 4th place. Oh, right, so Poland are having a really excellent race here. By the way, Germany's gap has gone back up to 10.4, but well done to Poland for getting in the top 4. We've got Team Wald, Slovenia, Viktor Megarov, the runner-up well, no, he wasn't the runner-up. He came third overall. Oh no, Makarov was the runner-up. Rafa Pori came third overall. But so the runner-up of the individual scene, Makarov, has gone clear without any spares needed. So that's going to help Russia get a decent finish. That's all he can really hope for, because he is way behind the front runners of this race. Finland go clear without needing any spares. Vani Sasharin's in for Belarus. So Belarus have really got all to do to try and get a decent finish. But it's not looking like they're going to get a decent finish after missing 2 targets. In fact, here comes Norway to the shooting range for the final time of this race. They've got the Czech Republic and Belarus still in the shooting range. And can Belarus go clear? No, Belarus are in the penalty loop. So this will be a chance for the Czech Republic to get out of last and get into 9th place. In fact, that's exactly what's going to happen here. As there is Norway and Germany are in, but 2 misses for Norway. This opens the door for Germany to get ahead and probably take the race win. And here's France is in. There's not really much France can do in this position, but hopefully get a decent finish. But Norway do go clear, and that last miss from Germany, that might cost them the win. But Germany does go clear, so the gap is going to be quite close between them, but I think Norway may just edge it out. But France, Pori struggling in the shooting range. The best you can really hope for is third, is Poland has just come in for their final round of the shooting ranges. Russia have come in, and so has Team World. As they come to the 34-kilometer mark for Norway, what is the gap between Norway and Germany? 90 minutes 3.7 is Bjorndan's time at this point. There's Germany right behind. 6.2 seconds as the gap reduced. By the way, Russia and Poland go clear without needing any spares. Same can't be said for Ludwig Grenzler for Team World. But they do go clear regardless, along with Slovenia. Finland are having a disastrous last round of the shooting range. But at the end of the day, Norway have managed to pull a good result in, as they're about to make their way towards the finish line and take the win. France had a really good start, but when it came to the third leg of the race, it kind of fell apart. As Norway, with Ola Bjorndan, about to come across the finish line and win the 1998 mixed relay competition, with Germany about to come across in 2nd place. A very decent showing there for Germany, but just wasn't meant to be. 6.8 seconds is the gap, which is not too much in it between them. Now just gotta wait for everyone else to make the way across the finish line. And here we go, that is everyone across the finish line. Norway win the race by only 6.8 seconds. France had a very good result to finish in 3rd. Russia did really well to bounce back into 4th after 2 penalty loops at the first shooting range, first leg of the race. Poland, a really excellent result to finish in 5th, with Team World taking a decent result in 6th. With Slovenia, the last team to finish the race within 1 minute of the winners, with Finland finishing in 8th, ahead of Belarus, will be absolutely displeased with this result, with the Czech Republic finishing at the back of the field by only 0.7 of a second. So with just one relay competition left to go before we go to our super relay, let's see who will win this final relay competition. And here we go, it is the final relay competition, the single mixed relay. And as you can see, we have got 9 teams in this race. We've got Belarus, the Czech Republic, Italy, Kazakhstan, Norway, Russia, Slovakia, Sweden, and of course Team World. As you can see on the screen, it's Elena Petrova and Oleg Malun, so we're representing Team World. Who among them are going to win this race, and who will have racked up the most amount of points for the respective teams at the end. We'll find out at the end of the Super Relay, which will be coming up after this. Without further ado, let's get to this race and see how it will all unravel. As we get to this race in Anarchy now, Magdalena Forsberg, the woman who was absolutely dominant in the 1998 individual Biathlon Olympics Championship, not surprisingly see her out in front already, with her teammate being Fredrik Kupa of Sweden, who was 30th overall in the men's championship. How will these two biathletes do together? How will Sweden perform? We'll find out in due course. It's Team World second, Slovakia third, Norway fourth, and Russia around the top 5. As first towards the back is separated by only 2 seconds after 1 kilometer. There's Elena Petrova of Ukraine representing Team World, being passed by Russia. That'll be Melnik representing women's side of the single mix relay for Russia. 1.3 seconds separate Melnik and Petrova from Forsberg as they're making way to the downhill section and into the shooting range for the first time this race. How will this unfold? Here we go. There's everyone coming into the shooting range now. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how this will all play out. So Sweden first in, along with Norway, Russia, and World, as the rest of the field are coming in, with Belarus at the back of the field, surprisingly, with Parmakova. Getting the show underway. A miss there from Italy with Natalie Santer. 2 misses for Norway. Meanwhile, Sweden goes clear without needing to use any spares. 3 misses for Italy and 3 misses for Norway. Meanwhile, Team World goes clear without needing to use any spares. Kazakhstan have gone clear. So have Belarus. Oh, it's a penalty loop for Norway already. 3 penalty loops for Norway already. That is a disastrous start with Liv Gripori. But Sweden leads. Team World are in second as they're about to come to the 4 kilometer mark. I can't believe Norway had such a bad start. But Sweden lead the way. 2 minutes 7.4 is the time. Team World in second. They are 4.8 seconds down. And third place, I imagine that is Russia with Melnik. Yes, 10.1 seconds behind. And there we go. Kazakhstan in 4th position. Really decent there from Gareva already. Ahead of Belarus, Slovakia, the Czech Republic, and LA down in 8th. And not to mention Norway after a very, very bad start. So Norway have got all to do for the rest of this race to get a decent finish at least. Because that is an absolute disaster that they've had. But here comes Forsberg for Sweden coming into the shooting range again for the standing shoot. What can she do here? As here is Forsberg in position. We got Team World, Russia, and Kazakhstan about to come in as well. As the shoot gets underway now with Forsberg. And a miss there from Sweden. Oh, 2 misses from Sweden. So Magdalena Forsberg is going to be slowed down a wee bit. This might help out Team World get involved. And Sweden manages to go clear with 1 spare to go. And once again, Team World, no spares needed, goes clear. And Melnik does the same for Russia. So they've closed in on Sweden a wee bit. But Magdalena's ski's pace is definitely going to help her pull away from the rest of the field. Meanwhile, Kazakhstan having some difficulty in the shooting range. So is Slovakia, for that matter. Meanwhile, the Czech Republic go clear. Meanwhile, we've got Norway come back to the shooting range. They really need to redeem themselves. They go clear without needing to use any spares. So she's good. So Liv Gripori is going to help catch up to the rest of the field. But still, that bad start from Norway, that is already going to be very costly. When it comes, if there's any hope for them winning this single mixed relay race, it's definitely evaporated already before it's really begun. The rest of the field are nowhere close to the top 3 biathletes, so Sweden, World, and Russia are way out in front of the rest of the field. As they just come past the 3rd kilometer mark, and the top 3 making their way to the 8.2 kilometer mark, as they're about to head over to the exchange. With Team World only 1.3 seconds ahead of Russia, which is Melnik. So Melnik will be switching control to Pavel Muslimov. Team World will be switching over to Malahuns of Latvia. As Fredrik Kupa is getting ready to set off for Sweden. So Fredrik Kupa has got a lot of work to do to try and ensure he keeps this big lead that Sweden currently has. As here we go. Off he goes, along with World and Russia. They complete their exchange. We'll drop back down to World and Russia since they're battling hard for second. As we've got this big tussle for 4th still going on. And here comes Fredrik Kupa. What's the gap going to be between him and the rest of the field? 5:21.5 is Kupa's time. The gap is 4.5 seconds going into the 10 kilometer mark, but I imagine it's going to be reduced because I think Malahun's and Muslimov have been consistently faster skiers than Kupa in the individual season, but you never know. It might be a different story in the shooting range. So drop down to 4th, leading the way in 4th position. It is Slovakia. And they've got Augustin 29.5 seconds down, Hollebeck 5th, Kazakhstan 6th, Norway have made their way up to 7th, 8th is Italy, and 9th at the back of the field it is Belarus. But here come the front runners making their way into the shooting range now. Let's see what they can do here. Can they go clear and extend their gap over those that are 4th and below? There we go, they're getting into position now. And let's see what happens here. The show's underway. And looks like they might go clear without missing anything. Oh, they say that Russia have missed 2 targets. And the last, Sweden misses the last target, but that's going to help Team World get ahead. So Team World's going to take the lead. Here comes the rest of the pack. Sweden go clear with 1 spare needed. And Russia, they've managed to get clear eventually. They had to use 2 of their 3 spares. But Sweden are now behind by 4.1 seconds over Team World. I was looking at the board of those in the shooting range. Miss there from Norway, 3 misses from Slovakia, 2 for Kazakhstan. Meanwhile, the Czech Republic have gone clear without need to use any spares, as Belarus went clear with Alexander Popov with only 1 spare needed. Oh, it's a penalty loop for Slovakia. So Slovakia have had a bad round in the shooting range with Augustin, as the gap between World and Sweden increases up to 5 seconds now. Check down to 4th position because we've got a battle for 4th. This is between the Czech Republic and Norway, as I can see, but it looks like Norway with Frode Andersen is going to make their way into 4th. They are still half a minute behind the leading team, which is still Team World at the moment. So they've definitely got all to do if they want to catch up to them. Meanwhile, here comes Malahuns of Team World into the shooting range once again. Can he go clear again and help and extend his lead over the rest of the field? Because Sweden's going to go back to Magdalena Forsberg and her superior ski pace, along with in comparison to Petrova and Melnik, is going to be quite something. And Team World goes clear without needing any spares again. What about Sweden? They go clear without needing to use any spares. So Frederick Kupa, good job for him there. And so with Muslimov for Russia. But I think the gap is still going to be increased again. Yes, it's going to be 5.8 seconds is the gap between World and Sweden. As we look at the shooting range now. And Norway have missed 2 of their targets already. Missed there from Ellie as well with Pierberto Carrara. And Norway are going to still be the shooting range. They go clear with having to use 2 of their 3 spare rounds. Kazakhstan go clear without needing to use any spares. Meanwhile, the Czech Republic needs to use 2. Popov needs 1 for Belarus, and 2 spares we need for Ellie. As Augustin is in the shooting range for Slovakia as it stands. As Team World are getting ready to go back to the exchange to go back to Elena Petrova, as they are going to have it all to do to fend off Magdalena Forsberg with her superior ski pace. Meanwhile, Slovakia do eventually go clear. They did need to use 1 spare round though. The rest of the fields are just basically toughening out for 4th unless something dramatic happens with these top 3 teams in this race. As here comes Petrova about to set off for Team World once again. And there goes Petrova. Sweden and Russia about to bring back Forsberg and Melnik into this race. As they get underway, they're 9.4 and 10.6 seconds behind Team World as we speak. As it comes to the 19 kilometer mark, there's Petrova. time is 10:24.7. I imagine that gap's going to be reduced because the other two are going to be faster than Petrova, I bet. Forsberg 7.9 seconds, Melnick 9.5. Yes, so Petrova is probably the slowest of the three in the top three positions in this leg of the race. So it's going to be tough for Petrova, but can she fend them off? She can. But Forsberg, she may have the superior ski pace, but will her accuracy let her down in this leg of the race? As Petrova is making her way towards the shooting range for the third time this race. Slovakia just made their way to the exchange, so they're not too far away from actually lapping the team that's currently in last place. So here comes Petrova, here comes Forsberg, and here comes Melnick as they get the shooting underway. And the miss there from Team World. 2 misses for Team World. I think the nerves are getting to Petrova. What about Sweden? Forsberg missing the last target. 2 misses there for Russia. But Sweden goes clear with 1 spare needed. Oh, Team World are struggling here. This has helped out Sweden massively. On Russia having a nightmare as well. As Norway comes in, hopefully Liv Gripori isn't going to relive the nightmares what happened in the first shoot with 3 penalty loops. But Sweden now having a 9.5 second lead over second place Team World and a 15-second lead over Russia. But Norway go clear without needing to use any spares, so that's going to help them guarantee themselves, well, maybe guarantee themselves 4th. Oh, but a disaster for Kazakhstan. They've missed 4 targets, so Gareva's in the penalty loop at least once, which is going to cost her valuable time and places, as the gap at the 22-kilometer mark goes up to 10.9 seconds between World and Sweden. Natalie Santa goes clear with one spare left. Sesako only 1 spare used, as Slovakia goes clear without needing to use any spares at all. As Magdalena Forsberg is about to make her way back to the shooting range for the 4th and final time for this race for herself before going back to Frederick Kupa. So try to get Frederick Kupa as big an advantage as she can going into the final 2 laps of the race. But can she help? But will Frederick Kupa be able to fend off Malahuns and Muslimov at this final leg of the race? It's possible, but I imagine. He is probably going to have a bit of a disadvantage. Oh, Sweden! With Magdalena Forsberg missed 3 misses for Sweden. Oh, this could all have suddenly unravelled for Sweden in this late stage of the race. One target, 1 shot left for Sweden, or it's going to be a penalty loop for her. Oh, but she manages to go clear, thankfully. But that was a scary moment there. That has helped out Russia massively, as Team World are struggling in the shooting range. And Norway have had another nightmare at the shooting range. 4 misses, so that's going to be another at least 1 more penalty loop for Liv Gripori. She's had an absolute disaster of a race here. Her first and last round of the shooting range have been an absolute catastrophe. So that's 4 penalty loops in total for Liv Gripori's side of the race alone. Oh man, so that could be her 4th place gone for Norway, because they were pretty much out of contention to win the race after the first round of the shooting range went so horribly wrong. Italy are also in the penalty loop as well. Meanwhile, the Czech Republic gone clear. Kazakhstan have gone clear. Belarus could be at risk of going into the penalty loop as well. In fact, yes, they are going into the penalty loop. With Parmakova missing 4 targets. Oh man, what a chaotic race we've had. There's so many ups and downs in this race as we come to the final exchange of the race. So Sweden going to switch back control to Frederick Kupa. Russia right behind will be going back to Pavel Muslimov for this final lap of the race. There is Belarus that has now been lapped by Sweden. It's all gone horribly wrong for this team. Melnick is going to this lap, has a 7.3, well, Muslimov has a 7.3 second gap between him and Frederick Cooper going into this final leg of the race. As we come to the 28-kilometer mark, Frederick Cooper's time is going to be 15 minutes 41.3, and what's the gap going to be between him and Russia? It's going to be down to 6 seconds, so quite a gap reduction right there already. This Team Welsh with Oleg Malahoun's. What's the gap? 15.7 seconds down. I don't think Team Welsh are going to catch Russia or Sweden at this late stage of the race with that gap, but you never know. As Frederick Cooper is making his way to the 29.2 kilometer mark, I can see the gap between him and Russia is going to be reduced even further. And what's the gap going to be? It's down. Oh wow! It's down to a massive gap reduction. It's down to 3.8 seconds. Malahoun's is probably going to be down to 11 seconds, maybe not quite that much. Oh, 13 seconds. Okay, so not quite a big reduction as I thought. But here comes Cooper and Muslimov into the shooting range. What can they do here? As we've got Belarus making his way to the exchange for the final time in this race. And Frederick Cooper missed there from Russia. Is Sweden going to go clear here? Oh no. Okay, at least one spare round is going to be needed. And Sweden go clear with one spare used. Same story with Russia. But Team Welsh, it might be a similar story, not be able to capitalise on it after missing that last target, but they do go clear anyway. And the gap between Sweden and Russia is now down to 2.4 seconds as Norway goes into the shooting range, 4th position. They could be up. They could have been up there, along with Sweden, Russia, and Team Welsh, but Livgert Poris had a disastrous race. As Norway goes clear without needing to use any spares, which is going to help reduce the gap between them and the top 3 teams. But oh, what could have been for Norway? What could have been indeed? It's now down to 1.3 seconds between Russia and Sweden. Frederick Cooper is fighting for his life there to try and win for Sweden, but it's going to be really difficult at this point, especially when Muslimov is probably the superior skier in comparison to the Swede of Frederick Cooper. Meanwhile, Team Welsh have reduced the gap between them and the leaders by down to 9.9 seconds. And here comes Muslimov to take the lead of the race just before going into the shooting range for the final time this race. What is going to be the outcome here? Can Russia ensure their victory here in the single mixed relay over Sweden? Or can there be a final twist in the tail and that would go in Sweden's favour? As here they go, coming into the shooting range now. They see Belarus towards the back of the field. They're in the shooting range still, but they do go clear with one spare to go. There we go. The shooting gets underway for the top 2 teams, and they both miss a target each. Okay, they both need to use one spare at least. What can happen here? Oh, and Sweden goes clear, and Russia missed. They need to use another spare. That's going to cost them time, so Sweden might be able to fend them off long enough to win this race. Team World have missed, and they need to use 2 spares as well. What's the gap between Sweden and Russia? It's up to 4.9 seconds. Will that be enough for Cooper to fend off Muslimov to win this race? I am not sure, but all I know is it's probably going to be a very close fight to the finish between Sweden and Russia, because Muslimov does have the superior ski pace. 19 minutes 35.6 seconds the time, with the gap is going to be down to 3.6 seconds. Team Waldo still in 3rd. Norway are pretty much guaranteed 4th. It's going to be really tense here because Russia are catching up to Sweden. Magdalene Forsberg will be probably on the side, be looking really nervous, hoping that Frederick Cooper will be able to hang in there just long enough to fend off Muslimov. We've just 35, we're at the 5.2 kilometer mark. What's the gap going to be reduced to? It's down to 1.5 seconds, so the gap's reduced quite a lot. Oh man, it's going to be really tight coming towards the finish line. This is going to be a very close fight to the finish between Russia and Sweden. As here they go, coming towards the finish line. I think Sweden might just do enough to hold off. But Russia going to come in there with a last-ditch effort. It's going to be Sweden that takes the win. Sweden wins by only just over half a second. That was a very, very close fight to the finish there. Here comes Team World taking the final podium spot, 7.9 seconds down. Norway are going to come in 4th place. They could have been right up there, but a disaster start of the race pretty much finished them off before it really begun. Now we're just going to wait for everyone else to make the way across the finish line. And here we go, that's everyone across the line. So Sweden managing to hang in there just to take the win by only about half a second over Russia. A good result for Team World with Petrova and Malahud in 3rd. Oh man, 4 penalty loops in total for Norway, but they did so well to hang in there to only be just under 16 seconds behind the winning team, with a big gap to Italy in 5th by over a minute, with Kazakhstan 6th, Slovakia 7th, 8th going to the Czech Republic, and the team down at the bottom is Belarus. So with the 4 races out of the way, it's time for the Super Relay before we go and find out who racked up the most amount of points and who is the relay champions. So here we go, it is the Super single mixed relay here in Oslo, with Permakova and Brises as team number 1, Sesnikova and Elorant team number 2, Yu and Legev number 3, Pelkova and Nuna team number 4, Kukleva and Ustinov team number 5, Halarova and Ryzakov as team number 6, Kobler and Luck team number 7, Talanova and Sakura team number 8, Zelna and Hannibal as team number 9, Anderson and Gross as team number 10, Akatova and Holubek as team number 11, Petrova and Oswald number 12, Gariva and Malahud as team number 13, Pori and Popov number 14, Sabarlova and Dracic number 15, Sikla and Makarov as team number 16, Bell and Sashin number 17, Hakova and Ivanov as number 18, Ryzakova and Fischer team number 19, Bedard and Wustefeld number 20, and Brankovic and Purnin is team number 21. Now looking at the list, I think the favourite in my opinion is going to be either Bell and Sasharin, Ryzakova and Fischer, Sigfland, Magarov, Pori and Popov maybe, Anderson and Gross is another one I would consider, and Zelna and Hannibal. So quite a few good pairings in this race. But anyway, let's get to this race and we'll find out how it will go as we get this race underway now. So it's going to be a very, very interesting race here in Oslo. Who is going to be the Super Relay champion here? As I'm making the way to the 1 kilometer mark already, as we go on board to see at the 1 kilometer mark, leading the way it is Yu of China, with Sesnikova and Parmakova in 2nd and 3rd, with 1st and 21st separated by 4 seconds, with Miriam Bedard at the back of the field, with Ryzakova 20th and Brankovic in 19th position, as I'm making my way to the dreaded uphill section of the course. Interestingly, neither Bjorn Dahlen was pegged because the game would randomly pick 21 men and 21 women. But so it's interesting to see that both Bjorn Dahlens did get pegged, but Magarov did. And Rafael Pori I don't think got pegged either, so that makes it even more interesting of who is going to end up winning this race. So Yu leads, Kukleva 2nd, Sesnikova 3rd, Halanova 4th, and Sigfland rounding off your top 5. As 1st and 21st is now separated by 6.6 seconds now, as they're making their way towards the shooting range for the first time this race. With Miriam Bedard at the back of the field for Canada. I can't remember who our partner is. Will it tell me here? Yeah, so Wustefeld is our partner. Okay, so here we go, into the shooting range for the first time this race. So let's see how it'll go. Yu and Kukleva first into their position, as the rest of the field just follows suit. And the shooting gets underway now. Yu's missed a target, Kukleva's missed 1. 2 misses from Yu. Petra Bell in a good position to probably go clear without needing to use spares. We got Talanova's missed all 5 with all of her shots, so that's at least 2 penalty loops if she hits 3 of them. So it looks like Petra Bell is going to take the lead. I knew she was going to do well. Well, actually that's not Bell, it's Hakova, sorry. Well, Petra Bell's actually 4th. Okay, so it's Hakova. Her partner is Ivanov of Kazakhstan. So we've got Talanova, we've got Livgren Pori in the penalty, at least 1 penalty loop. As we come to the top of the hill, as the rest of the field are leaving the shooting range, Hakova, Akatova, Halarova and Petchabel are out the top 4. Then it's Serbalova and Petrova that are 5th and 6th. You down to 9th, Anderson 10th. With Akatova's partner is Holobeck and Halanarova's partner is Ryzenkov. Okay, so that's going to be interesting how that's going to go. There's some really decent biathletes, not the best, but some really good biathletes that they're partnered up with. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they will perform in a team together as they come to the 5.2 kilometer mark. Akatova trying to close in on Sestakova. No, not Sestakova, Hakova, sorry. Akatova second. Petchabel 1.4 seconds down in third. So Petchabel looks like she's closing in on the top 2 in this race. Martina Zelno surprised to see down in 10th so far. I guess she didn't have a good round at the shooting range. Pelkova is down in 14th, Sestakova was 16th. But anyway, we're going to come back into the shooting range for the second time this race. Let's see how things will go this time round. Okay, to the shooting range they go. Who's going to come out in first place? It's quite close still with a lot of these biathletes. Okay, Kuklivas missed 1, Hakovas missed 1. Akatova and Bell might go clear. That needs to use these spares. Actually, no, I spoke too soon. They both missed the last target. Petra Bell goes clear. So is Hakova. So is Koppler. Anderson has gone clear. Gareva's gone clear. But leading the way, Gareva's gone clear without using his spaces. Petra Bell's taking the lead with Sasharin as her partner. Martina Zelno surprises in the penalty loop. One penalty loop for the German. A lot of the biathletes in this round, I think only 2 of them might have just gone clear without needing to use any spares. We've got loads at the back. Talanova has gone clear this time round after a really bad first shoot. I don't know who her partner is, but her partner's going to have a lot of hard work to do to try and catch up after that. Hakova second, couple of thirds, Zerbalo 4th, and Anderson running off your top 5. And I said that Parmakova's in the penalty loop for herself. I don't know who, I can't remember who her partner is with, but that's not going to help her out, her case at all. And so making way to the 8.2 kilometer mark now. So we know that Petra Bell's going to be switching with Sasharin pretty soon. Hakova's going to switch with Ivanov of Kazakhstan. So Hakova's going to have, it's going to be interesting how Ivanov does. Because I don't think he'll be quite up to catching Vadim Sasharin, but you never know. Things could go very, very skew if is one way to put it. But anyway, here comes the first. Here comes Petra Bell making her way to the exchange to go be partnered up with Vadim Sasharin. Well, let Vadim Sasharin go on his way. As a lot of the biathletes making their way to the exchange as well. It's still pretty close at the moment. Sasharin's on the way. Ivanov's on his way now. Frank Luck is on his way. Frank Luck partnered up with Koppler, so that's a pretty good pairing. Koppler and Frank Luck as we come to the 10 kilometer mark. Okay, got a few biathletes in the background still heading for the exchange. There's quite a few. That's actually quite a bit away from the rest of the field. Sasharin leading by 2.6 seconds over Ivanov. Frank Luck third. Drachev in fourth. So Drachev, one of the stronger male biathletes in this super relay. Rico Gross 6, Megarov in 9th, so partnered up of course with Sixland, which I thought was going to be the strongest pairing, but right now seeing him down all the way down in 9th at the moment. But we're still in the within the first half of this super relay, so anything could happen. So like I said, I'm also surprised that Fish is down in 16th, because I thought they'd be a bit higher up, but it's still the early stages. So Sasharin leading by 3.8 seconds. I knew he was going to pull away from the Kazakh because Ivanov is not the fastest skier, but he's still a pretty good skier. Frank Luck third, Drachev fourth, Rico Gross in 5th position. Megarov up to 8th. He is still 12.5 seconds behind Sasharin at the moment. Sasharin having a bit of a nightmare with the normal relays, so maybe the super relay will be where he can redeem himself and maybe end up winning this year's super relay. But anyway, we come into the shooting range now with Sacharin. We've got Frank Luck's in, Ivanov's in, Drachev is in, and Rico Gross is in as well. So let's see how it goes here. Okay, a few people have missed the target already, but Sacharin, no spares required. Managing to go clear. Drashev's missed 3, so that's not great for him. Megorov has missed 1, it looks like. But Frank Luck's gone clear, but it's going to cost him a bit of time. And Vladimir Drachev in the penalty loop. Not good, not really bad news for him. Megorov's gone clear. You need to, oh wow, you need to use 2 spare rounds to get that last target down. So that's slowed him down quite a bit. It's very Sacharin is making a good amount of progress on the rest of the field. Further down, we've got Sven Fischer's gone clear, didn't need to use any spares, so Sven Fischer is on his way to catch up to the rest of the field, hopefully. Anyone else going in the penalty loop? Not seeing any at the moment. Wusterveld in trouble, but he's gone clear though. Sacharin ahead of Frank Luck and Rico Gross. Rico Gross was paired up with Anderson, so that's a really strong pairing, so not surprised to see him in the top 3. As at the 42.2 kilometer mark, Sacharin leading the way quite a good margin. What is the gap between him and Frank Luck? It's 8.1 seconds, so that's a pretty decent advantage, but not safe at the moment. Still in the early stages of this race. Brees says his last lead the shooting range, he does go clear, but he had only 1 spare round remaining in that shooting range. And here we go, we're coming back into the shooting range for Valery Sacharin for the standing shoot before he switches back to his female compatriot. Okay, here comes Sacharin's in. Here comes the 2 Germans of Luck and Gross. What is going to happen here? And Valery Sacharin easily goes clear and makes his way out. Frank Luck missed 2 targets. That's going to help Rico Gross try and get a second. So Valery Sacharin leading the way. He's going to go back to Petrobel for the second half of this race. Rico Gross got clear. Frank Luck's got clear. Usanov is struggling here. Lightgift goes clear without needing to use spares, and so is Drachev. So Drachev's retrieved himself a little bit, but I think it's fair to say the damage may have already been done. Looking further down the field, anyone at risk of going in the penalty loop? We've got a couple at risk. Reisenkov's one of the. In fact, Reisenkov is going in the penalty loop. And let's see, anyone else? We're doing Sikora's going. Excuse me. Sikora's going to clear without needing to use any spares. That's going to help him out a bit. But 2 penalty loops for Reisenkov further down the field, so that's not good news there for him. As they come to the 30.2 kilometer mark. Sacharin going back to Petrobel, got a really good advantage over the rest of the field. In fact, he's extended his lead quite considerably. He's got to be well over 10 seconds, surely, ahead of second place. And we'll find out soon enough, and the gap is going to be 15.6 seconds. That's a really, really good margin that he's got over the rest of the field. Meanwhile, Makarov made his way to 4th position. I'm expecting him to be higher than that. He is nearly 22 seconds down, so hopefully Makarov can bounce back even better for the second half of the race. As here it comes, Sacharin about to lap Brees as Petrobel gets underway for her second run. So Brees has really struggled in this race, and so is his partner. To be lapped down, especially it seems to be quite far away from the rest of the field. I mean, not judging, it's just not going too well for him. I guess he just didn't. I guess they just don't have a strong partnership for the Super Relay. But it happens, of course. Petrobel with a 15.4 seconds advantage over Anderson. Kobler 15.9 seconds. Makarov along with Sixland in 4th with 21.6 seconds down. So the team in 4th place, in my opinion, was the strongest team going in this race, but right now they are still about 21.5 seconds down on the lean pair of Sacharin and Petra Bell. Petra Bell showing she's still got an amazing amount of skiing talent, even though she wasn't able to utilise it in the main season. But it's still been still a decent season for the German, and she's about to make her way into the shooting range for the first time in this third leg. Sorry. I think Sigflin's cut about 0.3 of a second down on Petra Bell. The gap's now 21.1 seconds. As we come into the shooting range, Brees is going to breeze past Petra Bell because he needs to go to the exchange. Well, eventually manages to get past the Petra Bell. As here is second and third coming into the shooting range now. Petra Bell, 3 for 3, 4 for 4, and is she going to go clear? Yes, she does go clear. So Coppola and Anderson are in. But for Petra Bell, this might be a good chance for her to try and increase her lead even further. Coppola is getting the shooting underway. Anderson's missed a target. Sigflin's is getting the shooting underway as well. So Anderson going to need 2 spares at least. Sigflin just needs the 1. And looking further down the field, Serbalos missed 2, Hughes missed 2, Zelna's missed 1. I'm expecting Zelna to do a bit better than what she's doing so far in the Super Relay. Zelna is kind of struggling a wee bit, but she does go clear. You down to the last target. Is she going to avoid the penalty loop? Yes, she does. Petra Bell has definitely increased her lead quite a bit. It's up to 16.1 seconds. Kukleva made way onto her last shot with 1 target left to go, as Hakova goes clear without needing to use any spares, and Kukleva does go clear in the end there, but oh man, things are going pretty well for some, and for others not so much. As we come to the 23.2 kilometer mark, further down the field, Pelkova went clear without needing any spares. Pori into her last shot, Talanova with 1 shot left, and Talanova is back in the penalty loop. Brankovic goes clear with 1 spare left, and Akto with 1 spare left. Bedard goes clear without needing to use any spares. As Coppola has actually reduced the gap between her and Petra Bell down to 15.5 seconds. So I'm surprised to see that. Sigflin is third. She is 25 seconds down on the leader. As Petra Bell makes her way back into the shooting range, and there's actually 2 people still in the shooting range. Parmakova has only just started shooting. Petrova has got 1 target left to do, and she manages to get it down. Parmakova's got 2 spares as she is about to be lapped by Petra Bell. And Petra Bell makes her way out as Coppola just about comes into the shooting range, as Parmakova is officially lapped. She's got 1 shot left to avoid the penalty loop. And she goes and does so. Meanwhile, Coppola, 1 shot left to go. She does go clear without needing to use any spares, as we've got Sigflin, Anderson, Zelna and Zerbalova in the shooting range. And Sigflin's missed the target. Petra Bell, she must be increasing her lead quite a bit, but then Coppola went clear, so maybe Coppola may be cutting the gap down a bit. And if that's the case, how much is she reduced? We're waiting to see her at the 17.1 seconds. Actually, the gap's gone up. Now Coppola's got Frank Luck in the final lap, while Petra Bell's got Van Sashu. Now I think Frank Luck is the stronger biathlete, but I don't think Frank Luck is going to be able to close in 17 seconds unless things go horribly wrong for Vadim Sasharin. Speaking of going horribly wrong, Kukleva is in the penalty loop for Russia and her partner. 1 penalty loop for Kukleva. Hakova goes clear with only 1 spare round needed. As looking further down the field, we've got a few people at risk of going in the penalty loop now. As Petra Bell is getting ready to head to the exchange and probably lap a couple more biathletes. And Talanova is in the penalty loop again. Talanova has really been struggling in this Super Relay. In fact, she's got at least 2 penalty loops to do. Yeah, 2 penalty loops ahead, as she is going to be undoubtedly lapped by Petra Bell, though she is kind of slowing the leader down a bit. That's not going to make her happy. That might help out Frank Luck a little bit, but that's still not very sporting. So Sashrin gets underway. We're waiting for Frank. We'll wait to see when Frank Luck makes the way over. Petrova's got a penalty loop for Ukraine. Sashrin's about to lap someone that's just ahead of him. I think that's Miriam Bedard. Actually, yeah, it's the Canadian. So it's got to be Bedard. I think because she's the only Canadian in this Super Relay that I'm pretty sure of. Frank Luck 16 seconds, so 1.1 seconds has been cut by the German, but still 16 seconds is a huge margin. He's really got to hope for Van Sashrin to screw up. Megarov is hanging third. He's just under half a minute behind the Belarusian, who is partnered up with Petchabel. As we come to the 29.2 kilometer mark, Sashrin just under 18 minutes into this race. And he's got a couple more people he's about to put a lap down in this race. Like some people have just been really struggling in this race, and some a lot more than others. And Frank Luck, the gap's 15.4. The gap is reduced once again. And here we go, and that looks like one of the Czech Republicans that's just been lapped by Sashrin. And here comes Sashrin into the shooting range. Now, what can Sashrin do here? Can he go clear and ensure that he is going to increase his lead over Frank Luck? So Sashrin gets a shooting underway. He's missed a target. As Frank Luck has just come in. Oh, it's 2 misses for Sashrin. The pressure may be getting to him. There's a couple of the lap biathletes are making their way past Sashrin now. And Sashrin... Oh no, he's down to his last shot. He may be in the penalty loop. That's going to help Frank Luck out. Oh, but Sashrin does go clear. What about Frank Luck? Oh, he's missed a shot. That was his good chance to close in. Megros missed a target as well, but Frank Luck does go clear eventually. I mean, the gap's massively reduced, but he could have taken the lead if he was able to. But Megarov has missed another shot. Hannavold went clear without needing a spare, so Hannavold is going to see himself in the top 4. And Sashrin, 90 minutes 35. I think the gap's going to be like 5 seconds between him and Frank Luck. Okay, not too far off. It's 7.7 seconds. Vladimir Drachev in danger going to the penalty loop. In fact, he is going into the penalty loop. He's missed 4 targets. Malhus goes clear without needing any spares, and so is Sven Fischer from Germany. Megarov 19.6 seconds. He is reduced the gap to Sashrin a wee bit, but that's not going to be anywhere near enough for him to catch up to him and try and take the win. We've got Alexander Popov further down the field. He's in the penalty loop. So we've got Sashrin 20 minutes 30.7, about to relapse someone, it looks like. Is that one of the Finns? We've got Pirinen in the shooting range. Is it Haitalati that he might be trying to lap? As Frank Luck is 6.6 seconds behind, so he's reduced the gap by 1.1 seconds. By the way, Popov has got 2 penalty loops in the round of the shooting range he was at. As for the final shooting range of the Super Relay, Sashrin's coming in, and look at the biathletes that are still in the shooting range that are going to be a lap down, that could potentially be a lap down. So Sashrin is in. Oh, Elaranta, it was Sashrin was trying to lap, as Frank Luck is in as well, so Frank Luck could have his luck changed and take the lead at this late stage of the race. But Sashrin keeping his calm. Oh, he missed the last shot. Can he get that last shot down? No, he's missed it. Frank Luck, however, he's missed it as well. But Sashrin does get it, but Frank Luck, that was another opportunity for him to get it down, get ahead, but not meant to be. Megros missed 2 targets, so he's missed his chance to try and take the lead at this late stage of the race as well. Rico Gross goes clear without needing any spares. As he heads up to the uphill for the 34-kilometer mark. Hannavold of Norway, he's in the penalty loop now. Things not going too well for him. Sashrin, 21 minutes 45.7. The gap's probably going to still be roughly the same. Oh no, it's down to 4.5. So Frank Luck is actually faster than Sashrin on the track, it looks like. But can Frank Luck make up 4.5 seconds in this final lap of the race? I do not think so. Megarov is 4th. He's reduced the gap to 50.3, but he is going to be nowhere close to catching Sasha at this stage of the race. Further down the field, we've got someone in danger going the penalty loop, and yeah, Light Gepes in the penalty loop. Ivanov in danger going the penalty loop now. That's about the 35.2 kilometer mark. Time is 22:25.8. Frank Luck is 2.1 seconds down. Also, Frank Luck has massively reduced the gap between him and the leader. So maybe Frank Luck might end up somehow pulling this off with just a small section of this last lap to go. Frank Luck maybe is actually closing in on Sasha at a faster rate than much faster rate than I thought he was going to be able to. And here we go. We're coming up to the uphill section. We're coming towards the end of this race. Oh, this is going to be a quite exciting ending to this. By the way, as I pop off 2 penalty loops for himself and for Belarus. But here we go, coming towards the finish line. Is it going to be Sasha? Is it going to be Frank Luck? It's going to be so close between them. But Vali Sasha is going to win the Super Relay just about. And the gap is 1.3 seconds. Could not get too much closer than that. As we've got third place coming in, which is Rico Gross. Victor Magrov comes fourth. Now it's going to wait for everyone else to make the way across the finish line. And here we go, that is everyone made the way across the finish line. So Vali Sasha and Petra Bell are this year's Super Relay champions by only 1.3 seconds over Frank Luck and Cobbler. Gross and Anderson finished in third with only a 10.9 second gap, with Magrov Sigflund, who I thought were going to win it, only finishing fourth with a time only 12.5 seconds behind. Hannibal and Zelna, another strong pairing, finishing in fifth, with Sven Fischer and Ryzenkova down in sixth position. Malahoods and Gariva takes seventh, which I thought was a very, very interesting result, because I thought they were going to be one of the teams that will end up being towards the back, but they absolutely went beyond my expectations, so good on them. Jacha and Zarbalova, a pairing I thought were going to do better than 8th, but they got 2 penalty loops throughout the race. Ligo and Yu take 9th. Ivanov and Hakova are 10th. I'm surprised that they finished in the top half, so good result for them. Yusuf and Kukleva is 11th. Nuna and Pelkova take 12th. Vistefeld and Bedard 13th. Purina and Brankovic is 14th. Popov and Pori, I'm very disappointed to see them all down 15th, because I thought they were going to do better, but in the final leg, they've got 4 penalty loops in total. Well, 5 for the entire race, but 4 in the last leg. Ryzenkov and Halanarova take 16th. Zakura and Talanova 17th. Hollebeck and Akatova 18th. Alaranta and Sesnikova 19th. Brisis and Parmakova 20th. And Oswald and Petrova finishes in last position, just over 3 minutes behind. So with that Super Relay out of the way, it's time to see in the relay competitions who got the most points for which nation. Looking at the relay standings, out of a possible 100 points, Norway takes the top spot with 77 points. Russia goes to second with 66 points. Germany takes third with 42.5 points, with Sweden taking fourth with 31.25 points, which is half a point more than France that rounds off the top 5. Italy finished 6th with 20 points, half a point more than Ukraine, and then dropped down to the Czech Republic in 8th with 13 points, which is 3/4 more than Slovenia, and a further quarter more than Belarus that rounds off the top 10 positions. And here is the full table of the relay standings, with 17 countries racking up at least 1 point in this competition, with 17th going down to China with 2 points, racking them both up in the mixed relay competition. So I hope you enjoyed this little relay special, and I hope you're looking forward to the 2002 Biathlon Olympic season, where we begin all over again. And so I will see you over there.